MySims franchise. So I oversee Sims 3, Sim Animals, MySims, and everything else that we're doing in the studio. Marielle Jacobson is the voice director, sound designer on the MySims franchise. Christopher Davidson is our recording engineer for the group. Bill Cameron, who will be playing the actor in there. Lovely Bill. Bill is another one of our voice directors, and he actually wrote the original Simlish for MySims. So we thought we'd have the whole gang here for you guys to ask anything you want to or see anything you want to. So Simlish is the language of the Sims and the MySims in this case. It's something we do to avoid the traditional video game problem of telling you what you're doing in a game, repetition and all of those things. We originally did it for the original Sims game with the designers, Will Wright and a couple of others, because they wanted to have an abstraction for their story. For the MySims, we've actually twisted it and turned it around so that it's a little cuter, a little more direct, but you still have the storyline abstraction, so players can tell their own story with the characters we give them. And with agents, in particular, since now we have a more linear gameplay, it became that much more interesting because we had to go to make the Simlish more communicative than it really is designed to. So it's an interesting challenge to keep it within the franchise, but nobody ever asked us to go to English, so it's good. So I'm going to let Marielle run a few things, and I'll tell you about what's going on. And this is the way we see the game. Actually, these are right out of our animators tools, the Mayas or whatever they're using this year, and straight renders from that. So it's before we get into the world of the game. The characters you see are pretty generic that the animators just pick randomly for us to edit to. As you can see on this, there's a little bit of direction notes, and that's about all we give our actors. What are we doing, giggling?
No, this one is talking very smooth and persuasively because we're agents.
So we're chatting somebody up.
Exactly. Like, hey, tell me all about it.
So, unlike film where we would record, or animation, traditional animation, where you would record the voice first and then animate to it, we have the animation work done first and then we record the voice to that. And we do 3 to 5 variations per animation per character. In the case of MySims, we have a cast of 8 people. Most of them are LA talent. A lot of them do a lot of cartoon work, Nickelodeon, those types of things. That's where I found a lot of them is watching cartoons, and that's research, I guess. Old man who gets paid to watch cartoons. But it's a great cast. It's a really fun cast, and they have a blast coming up here and being silly, because one of the big things about Simlish is you're going to mess up. So we encourage a lot of failure. Probably a third of the day is screwing up. So there's a lot of goofing off and laughing.
Just like most businesses.
Yeah, but we know we're doing it. So yeah, you guys go ahead and do something. Let Bill do his thing in there.
All right, sure.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill. So we'll start off with some smooth talking. You're the special agent trying to get some information from a potential perpetrator.
Okay.
Like, come on, tell me all about it.
Okay.
If you guys want to go in and take pictures, we can do that in a little bit. And, that way you don't get the glass reflection.
Arbul, Takabusanawa. Yaso?
Exactly.
Nice.
So Bill is probably the world's foremost leading expert on Simlish speaking.
Very smooth.
We did about
Obachatanza. Yarbo Kanizdawa.
30 days of recording for
Even more
the
earnest.
games.
You can tell me. You can trust me.
Vorjubanasa Yokamanofable.
And we do...
I heard NASA in it.
Yeah.
Space program.
Farvo Badusagwa. Yaso Patinzi.
So
That's
yeah,
good.
for MySims we did
I'm
about
gonna
30
change
days.
it now.
Marielle lives in here for about 30 days doing this. For Bill, he did about 120 days with Sims 3 for the
You can
original
stop him.
game. So it's we spend quite a bit of time in here. But after we finish in here, 2 days later it's in the game. So we have a very quick turnaround from work. So
How do you know if you've screwed up?
Well, one of the ways you screw up is saying a word that means something in English or
another language,
language.
a foreign language.
Mhm.
or a curse
Or
word or
yeah,
fall out
yeah.
inadvertently. The universal word we've decided is tuna. We have not had
Tuna
an actor
comes
go
out a
through
lot.
here without saying tuna. We don't know what.
Really?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it just doesn't feel right. If it doesn't feel like a language, even though it isn't fully, about 20% of it is actually meaningful.
Yeah.
The other 80% of it is kind of random. But it's random. We know that it's random to what's good.